Alrighty then.
Okay.
Hi everyone, my name is Amber Cyprin. I'm joined by TGH here.
Yo, I'm TGH. What's up?
We both speedrun this game, and because of that, we're gonna be doing 2 players, 1 controller, any percent for you guys. So this run is going to not be including Chaos Emeralds, though we just did that run maybe an hour or so ago for another marathon, so we're gonna hope that my muscle memory doesn't kick in for my main category, which is best ending.
Yeah, and like I think like back when I did run this game a lot, best ending was what I was doing as well. So hopefully we'll be able to overcome that muscle memory and go ahead and pull off a decent 90%.
Yeah. Anyways, so I hope you all enjoy the run. Without any further ado, be prepared for incessant bickering and shouting and weird noises as we struggle through this.
That just happens. Don't worry about it.
And I'll count us down in 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Okay, so I'm going to be the one on the face buttons, so I'm going to be jumping, and Amber is the one controlling Sonic mainly, aka doing all the work. You're just going to have to trust that we are doing what we say we are doing in 2 players, 1 controller.
Because I am aware. We usually do webcam with this run, but we're not doing it for this layout. Which is totally fine. If anything, it means that we don't have to sit in an awkward position to be able to have our hands, like, under the webcam.
Yeah, so the purpose of this game, basically, Sonic 3D Blast. These birds are called flickies. I don't know how in the world we got hit there. I was rolling.
Because you were rolling, actually, that's why.
Oh.
Like,
makes sense, I guess. Alright.
If I change direction too much, so Sonic, when he's rolling like that into an enemy, if you change your direction too harshly, he'll uncurl and become vulnerable, which is why our preferred method of attacking badniks, TGH, is jumping, not rolling.
Okay, I see. I can take a hint. All right. But either way, so 3D Blast, getting away from the pokes at me. Sonic 3D Blast, you take 5 flickies, that's what the birds are called, 5 flickies to the end of the sector that you're in, bring them to the goal ring, and they bring you to the next section. Pretty simple.
I can take a hint, he says as he rolls into the next 2 enemies.
You know what? I'm gonna roll into every enemy from now on, how's that?
That sounds like a disaster, please don't do that.
I will. Don't think I won't.
No, we do commentary like this. Our commentary is a little less technical when we do 2 players, 1 controller versus when one of us is commentating a solo run. Mostly because, first off, it's way more funny when we're bickering. Second off, it's way harder to think about numbers and frame data and, like, oscillation and speeds and stuff. And mechanics than... And to sit there and hope that your other half of the controller doesn't fall asleep on you, because you have no control over it.
Now that's a poke at me. I know that's a poke at me. Alright. Okay, well, we might as well try that. It's fine.
Well, like, let's be real. If in the past, it's definitely been me falling asleep.
Oh, okay. That's not what I was expecting you to say.
Those worms are particularly obnoxious because they are on a global cycle, so depending on when we get to them is when they decide. I have not split for any of these splits yet.
Okay.
It determines on when they come out of the hole. Now, bosses are actually the more difficult part of 2 players, 1 controller, because even though the bosses on the surface seem primitive, to do them fast and safely is not a simple task when you're half a player, essentially.
Are you calling me half a player?
I'm calling me half a player. Me-self. Yes, me-self.
I'm just looking for things to...
Pick on me
to
about?
be annoyed about now.
That's fine. So now we're gonna enter Rusty Ruins. Rusty Ruin, whatever, singular ruin. And they introduce these floor tiles that make Sonic spin like a ballerina. And if you're not aware, this game is also developed by Traveler's Tales, much like Sonic R before this. And much like Sonic R, when you're in a spinning state in Rusty Ruin, you are made of rubber. everything becomes made of rubber. Not sure what John Burton and the rest of Traveler's Tales were on when they decided that they wanted to make Sonic very bouncy, but like that.
Perfect example.
Yes, but hey, it's what gave birth to that and Sonic R. Why not? I also run Sonic R, so I love that game. It's a great run.
Okay, so you might have noticed we took damage there. Taking damage not only makes you lose all your rings in this game, but also all the flickies that you're carrying. So you can see these flickies trail behind Sonic. You can lose flickies by getting hit, or by having enemies actually clip your flickies out from behind you. So you want to avoid doing that at all costs, pretty much. Loses a lot of time, just because you have to like go back and collect the flickies again.
Yeah, and the flicky colors determine their AI and whether or not they go after Sonic. So blue and purple are our friends. They actually actively look for Sonic. Reds hop around roughly around where they tend to stay roughly where they were released. And then greens are a actual nightmare in both solo and 2 players, 1 controller, because they wander wherever they please.
If I'm correct, they made Wrath of Cortex?
Yes, they did. They made Wrath of Cortex and Twinsanity.
I know that because didn't you buy the game yesterday?
No, I did not. I owned it, but Michael brought it up.
Okay. Right.
I've started collecting Traveler's Tales games, and I bought a copy of the PSX game Rascal. It was also developed by Traveler's Tales, and it is not very good. And I'm aware it's not very good, but yeah, they've developed a lot of games, including like Toy Story on the Genesis, a couple of other Toy Story based games. One of their former devs developed Tanglewood for the Genesis last year, actually, and that's also very good, but I know when a game is developed by Traveler's Tales at this point.
I'm jumping.
Oh yeah, he's doing his job. He's jumping. And solid objects are incredibly difficult to interact with in this game.
Jumping is also hard. Did you know that?
Especially when you do a lot of it. But believe it or not, Sonic's fastest speed in general is actually his jump speed. It's the slowest thing to accelerate, but it is his top speed when he's jumping in the air. So the actual optimal movement would be to jump often, but we're humans, not a task, so it becomes very, very difficult to do that and stay reasonably in control of Sonic. And hopefully we do not completely destroy ourselves in this boss. This boss is actually particularly difficult.
Yeah, we're gonna go for a quick kill here. We need to concentrate on what we're doing. 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, there we go. That was perfect.
I had to count something down because that jump is a particularly weird timing. We need to wait a little bit, and we need to like be able to communicate when exactly we're gonna jump.
Yeah, I bought that Sonic 3D Blast tee from the Yeti immediately after I saw it. Shoutouts to that Josh over there, which is his Twitter handle, who made that shirt. I am absolutely in love with that shirt, and I am...
Shirt looks so cool.
Yeah, I'm really sad it's not going to be here at my place in time for Summer Games Done Quick, because I'm going to SGDQ, and we're actually commentating the 3D Blast run there, done by King Rhodes, who's another runner of this game, who's a fantastic guy, and most of the community is honestly awesome. And
shoutouts to the community of Salt Mine.
Yeah, the International Isometric Salt Mine. Y'all are great. But yeah, I would love to wear that shirt for the commentary for that run. This is not best ending.
Number 1.
There, yep. Donate $1 for every time I think we're in best ending. Actually, don't. Maybe not do that. Maybe do a penny every time I think it's best ending, because otherwise you might make yourself go bankrupt. You might owe us $1 million in donations, and okay. So the gold shield allows us to home in on enemies, and sometimes it does some weird things. Like
home in on balloons.
Yeah, but not item boxes. Can't have
Yeah,
item
that's a shame.
boxes.
Yeah, the Gold Shield is kind of like the precursor to homing attacks, a la Sonic Adventure, that kind of thing. But if there's nothing around, God, if there's nothing around, the Gold Shield will actually make you, upon pressing jump again in the air, the Gold Shield will actually make you just dive straight down into the ground and lose all your momentum. And we call that Gold Storage, and we'll tell you why in a second.
It's called I Can't Talk.
That's a weird name. I don't know who named that, but that's a weird name.
I'm really bad at speaking. We were in the middle of a race, a couple months ago or something, and I accidentally was trying to use jump storage, which hopefully we can explain. Jump storage while having a gold shield, which doesn't really work. Hey, I remembered again.
Yeah.
2 for 2. And I yelled, "Dang it, I keep trying to do gold storage," and I was like, wait. Because I was trying to say jump storage with a gold shield, but I lost a lot of words along the way.
So what jump storage is this game has a pretty unique mechanic to Sonic games, where if you hold jump in midair, like right after you jump, you'll jump on the first frame possible again when you land. It doesn't matter, like, it's not like there's a buffer period or anything. No, it's the entire jump. So like I could jump, and then a frame later press jump again, and I would jump on the next frame possible.
As long as you're holding jump.
Yes. But it's actually really useful for like taking things safely when approaching enemy kills, just basically if you want to jump optimally in a lot of different spots, like, it's very useful.
That was actually a really decent Spring Stadium.
It was
too, for the most part.
Besant ending.
We're about to enter the worst boss in the game, so right after that.
Just 1 second.
Do we have time for a quick donation?
And we've completely destroyed ourselves. So
go.
I'll go when I'm good and ready, dang it.
Go now. I thought we weren't gonna go right away.
Sorry.
Yeah, this boss is kind of not great.
I can't. Okay. So you're actually seeing the worst possible outcome of this boss. We're supposed to get like 4 early hits at the very beginning, so that we only have to do this like hit from above 4 times, and it is obnoxious. The letter A like 50 times. I want everyone to type A. Just spam the letter A in chat for me. There we go.
There we go. Yeah, that boss, even casually, is absolutely awful. I firmly believe that boss is actually easier in the speedrun than it is casually, and that's not saying much, actually.
Yeah, because it's still the hardest boss in the game.
Yep.
Alright, we are open for donations. It's okay. I can't count either. I lost count of Chaos Emeralds earlier.
So... So we have a $100 donation from the Yeti. Speaking of those awesome shirts, including the Sonic 3D Blast shirt we have right now, Yeti says, "We had to donate during the Sonic 3D Blast run. We are so hyped for this run. Such a cool game.
Yeah, that is so hype.
And thanks to everyone for their support."
Oh man, I can't tell you how many obnoxious amounts of shirts I own because of the Yeti.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting the 3D Blast shirt. Like, that shirt is so good.
Yeah, like that shirt is absolutely adorable. All of them. The Rystar one is fantastic. Liz will hate me for the way I pronounce Rystar. And I actually was not able to quite identify what the other game is showing for that third shirt, but it looks like a Zelda game?
I don't remember what the third one was.
But, like, it was also quite adorable. Please, Snowman! Sorry.
You sounded so desperate. Please, Snowman!
These snowmen are actually really dangerous, because if you can't notice, they're moving turrets, and they can actually cause one of the only known glitches in the game, because this game is actually coded very well, despite the fact that its design is questionable. So the snowman, if you roll into it, which is the fastest way to kill it, because you have to kill it and crack open the ice block that the blue flicky's trapped in, and the easiest way to do that is with a roll. But if you accidentally roll into him as he's firing a thing, that could have been really bad. You take damage from the snowball that it fires, in addition to suddenly not having iframes when you should, and dying to contact with the snowman. A lot of people think you get crushed by the ice block. That is not what is actually happening.
Wow, nice.
That was absurd.
Yeah, that was good.
Speaking of solid objects that are hard to interact with, but it's very, very similar to the spike glitch in Sonic 1. So if anyone's familiar with that, where if you took damage from spikes and then fell on more spikes, you have no iframes for some reason and die, it's exactly the same sort of thing. And it's awful.
Regarding that third shirt, the official
Oh.
title
Okay,
of the
perfect.
art on the shirt is na na na.
I'm glad that I was
So
not
I believe it
absolutely
is the Zelda 1
insane
shirt.
and thought it was like some other franchise also referencing Zelda at the same time. That's what I thought it was. But that title is fantastic.
Been alerted. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Something about pronunciation of Ristar.
yeah, Liz pronounces it Ristar,
Go.
and I pronounce it Rystar.
3, 2, 1, go.
Also,
Yo.
this boss is a very glorious exhibit of
Go.
I chickened
Sorry.
out of me chickening out. Yes.
Lock
This-
cycles.
God, this boss is actually not fun in 2 players 1 controller. Where he drops 2 snowmen if you miss a cycle.
3, 2, 1, go.
He
Yeah,
was on
this
top
this
of us.
this boss is actually hard in 2P1C. 3, 2, 1, go. It's normally
How
not.
did I miss that?
It's
Okay.
normally not that bad, like regularly, but
Yeah, solo, it's like absolutely.
3, 2, 1, go. Where are you going, Eggman? Oh my
Eggman's
God.
like just weaving all over the
3,
stage.
2, 1, go.
But as you can see, we can manipulate his AI to just bounce against
3,
the wall
2, 1, go.
repeatedly. And normally that's great in solo play. Apparently we can't coordinate
3,
ourselves.
2, 1, go.
We can't coordinate ourselves in 2 players 1 controller with this boss
We
at
can't
all.
yeah, we can't coordinate ourselves in general, so. Alright, so Volcano Valley.
I was like, oh my god, I have to do a ring route, and then I was like, wait, no, I
No,
don't.
we don't. I mean, you can do a ring route, it's just gonna lose time.
No, come back, okay. So, believe it or not, our PB for this is actually sub 30 minutes, which is insane for 2 players 1 controller, but I'm pretty sure Spring Stadium 3 destroyed any hope of a PB there. Our PB is actually like a 29-12, actually. Please, Hornet. They have some of the most
Yeah.
obnoxious AI.
Hornets and bees are just like really erratic moving.
Hornets, bees, and dragonflies in Spring Stadium. They all share a similar AI pattern, and it's terrible.
That was my bad.
Please, Blue Flicky. I'm just asking everything to function politely.
At least you're doing it politely, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, so these blue platforms you activate by spin dashing on them. But we're trying to do it on the very edge so that we can actually jump up a little bit before, just to give ourselves some room to spin dash, to like let go of the spin dash and then jump immediately, which you have to do in order to make that work. And it's very time consuming if you miss.
Oh yeah, because you'll bounce right off and fall, and you have to wait for the platform to come down. If you're under the platform, it can crush and kill you. They're great. They're just fantastic. I almost forgot what direction I have to hold.
I jumped just in case. Hornet.
Jeez. I was like, I don't want him to run into us because we'll die.
Whatever.
It's fine. Everything's under control. Nothing is on fire except for the stage.
Totally fine. Don't worry.
Like,
Not for real, it's fine.
The only thing on fire is the stage. Which, speaking of which, we have this red shield. Hopefully you see it. We might just be a glowing red ball because my capture card only captures retro games at 30 frames per second for some reason. But this is the fire shield, and it allows us to walk on lava, run through fire ropes, touch fireballs. We don't care. We're a firebender now. Perfect. It's either going to be
Can
completely
confirm on screen
invisible and you're
we're
going to
an
wonder
orb.
why we're walking on lava, or it's going to just be an orb.
I almost got the blue shield by accident.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like,
I think it was it's because we didn't get the species.
oh, we didn't?
No.
My brain was not functioning. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I am not, like, remembering to split anything, and it's fine.
I had something to say about what we were just talking about, but I forgot what we were talking about, and thus I forgot what I was gonna say.
I mean, that's pretty par for the
That's pretty
course.
much how my brain works.
That's gonna hit us.
Oh, we got a ring somehow. Okay. Oh, we got a ring pack somehow again.
It's fine. Everything's under control. Also, how did they, like, not understand that this boss was ridiculously easy? Yeah, we were in fact a Borb.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say no orb memes, please.
Oh, right. I need a Flicky. I need 5 of them, actually. So this is Gene Gadget, also known as the worst zone in the game. The reason why... Yeah. So when Tej was learning this game for me, because I actually taught him the run, which is why we're able to do 2 players, 1 controller, because we have similar strats and everything.
Yeah, she taught me, like, basically everything I know about the game back in January.
Yeah, so we might be a blue orb now, or we're completely invisible, but we have a shield now, I promise.
Can we call it a blue sphere instead?
Yes, except I hate that special stage.
I know. That's why I said
I'll take the L. Anyways.
that's why I said that.
I forgot my train of thought already. I lost it. What was I talking about?
Blue spheres?
No. Never
Yeah.
blue spheres.
Yes, blue spheres.
Oh, right. Back when Tej was learning this game from me, he asked, so what IL should I learn first? And I immediately pointed him in the direction of Gene Gadget. I was like, learn these stages first, they're the hardest. Get them out of the way, you'll understand how to play the rest of the game. And that's exactly what he did, and I still stand by that method of learn Gene Gadget first, just get the worst thing out of the way.
Yep, and I can attest to that actually being fruitful. Globe.
Please, I can't ring.
I swear these gold rings are the hardest to collect in the game.
They really are. Oh wow, we saved 10 seconds there. Our Gene Gadget 1 must have been really, really bad.
Yeah.
Our Gene Gadgets usually don't go very well. Speaking of which, this is the Slope of Rage Gene Gadget act. Aptly named for how angry it made me when I was learning this game a few years back.
Just remember where you are.
Yeah, I have to remember where I am and not just run off.
Alright, we're good.
So What?
What? I've never seen that before.
Alright. Okay, so this
didn't
is
even know you could
exactly
do
why
that.
it's anger-inducing. So in the event that we fail the Slope of Rage, we have to go all the way back down, come all the way back up, because once you're on the slope, the main part of the slope, you can't run up it. It's too steep. Oh god, okay. Don't touch me!
Can't touch this. Down.
Alright, we have the Flicky,
Yeah, we're good.
because we got it.
I forgot we
'cause-
got that Flicky.
Yeah, that's why I was yelling, we have the Flicky! I don't know why I was about to try to split. That was weird. I have a habit of wanting to split for everything in this game. I want this shield.
I mean, so do I.
Because of that.
You
Alright.
want the shield, you got the shield. You lose the shield. Yeah, that turret right there is the reason I want that shield.
Yeah.
Because that turret can be very annoying.
If a shield doesn't cost you time to pick up, in our case it did because we're bad at, like, coordinating ourselves. If a shield doesn't cost you time, you should get it. I mean, sure, you can't see those splits, but I like seeing where we are in the... Oh, hey, it's this boss. I like seeing where we are for the most part, and, I keep trying to split for everything, so, like, one hand is reaching over to my keyboard. But, yeah, this is a boss.
Go.
It's a thing, we're cheesing it really, really hard.
Yeah, so this boss, wait a minute. Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. So, this boss, as you can probably see, we're facing to the right at a 45-degree angle on this conveyor belt on the edge of it, and it's kind of making Sonic just kind of catch on the edge. He's moving at about 3 pixels per second or so. God, we are not in a good position at all for this.
We're not.
Yeah, this is a good side. You can kind of tell where Eggman's gonna descend. Right side.
Right side?
Yeah, and adjust accordingly for like where exactly to stand on the right side or the left side, so you can hit him optimally.
I think IL World Record's, what, a 113?
113, yep. This is not a 113.
No, not by a long shot.
This is definitely not a 113.
We gained 2 seconds, though. That's kind of cool.
Other slope of bridge.
Yes.
Except we don't actually really interact with that slope in this run.
We try not to, at least.
Okay.
I've actually never done that where I've, well, I have hit the switch twice, so I knew it was possible, but I've never actually just walked onto the conveyor belt to be immediately, oh right, not the middle, immediately rejected. Man, Tej, you have one job.
Look,
it is to
I
jump.
have several jobs, okay? I jump here, I jump there, I jump
We get
everywhere.
sniped.
Look, okay? I jump here, I jump there, that's more than one job. Give me some credit.
I mean, credit given where credit is due. You have to put up with me. And half the time I fall asleep on the stick here.
I thought you were gonna say credit due where credit is due, and you are not due any.
No, I'm not that mean.
I mean, I would have.
Alright, maybe I am.
I wouldn't even have been mad. I would have just been laughing. Because that would have been funny.
So also, you can't really speed that conveyor belt up. Sonic is all about safety first. Can't run on that conveyor belt whatsoever.
Yeah. He would need his elbow pads to do that, and helmet, bicycle helmet, specifically for some reason.
But is it a bicycle built for 2?
No.
Because it needs to be for this run in particular.
I mean, I guess, but he doesn't have that, so.
Alright.
Whatever, I guess. Alright, so this level is notable. Panic Puppet 2 is notable for a couple of different reasons.
First off, no flickies!
No
Imagine
flickies.
that!
Yeah, so no flickies in the level.
Second
off,
Eggman!
Yeah, that's the second thing. The third thing is something called mandatory isometric platforming, or what we like to call MIPPing, right here. Let's see if we can actually get this first try. Let's go for it. Go. 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 Flawless.
Actually,
That
yeah.
was actually really good.
That is incredibly hard to do solo. It is even harder to do 2 players, 1 controller. Especially considering Tej and I actually don't have the same strat for that in particular.
Nice 8-second save.
Yeah, imagine the difference between having good mipping
Yeah,
and not.
I know, right? And this is the final boss of this category. Panic Puppet 3. So first phase, these panels.
Yep.
What am I talking about? These hands are just gonna kind of pummel down on us repeatedly, and that makes the hitbox on the shoulder active, and we just go hit it.
Please. been
Phase 2, Eggman will shoot a giant flame, not necessarily at you, but the flame will follow you. And we just avoid it, go for the other hitbox. This flame, as long as you stick to the very outside of the arena as you run around, the flame will never touch you.
And the hitboxes are on a timer, so as long as we get there by the time it becomes active,
Yeah, which is
we're fine.
not necessarily tough to do.
Yeah.
Alright, last phase. Fun fact, you can actually stand right underneath one of these shoulder hitboxes and just repeatedly jump. Because both of them are active on every phase, except for the first phase. So you can actually just do that, but it's actually slower, so we're gonna just go around and hit the other ones as they become active, quote-unquote, as they flash. And time is actually gonna be coming up pretty soon.
It'll be 6 seconds after the final hit.
Yep.
So on fade out.
Alright, there's the final hit.
And time.
Alright.
3014 is actually really, really good. You'll notice that our estimate was very, very generous. Sonic is T-posing to assert his dominance. And the reason why we do that is just because it's just because there's so many things that can go wrong in 2 players, 1 controller, especially when we haven't. This is the first day we've played the game at any sort of length in like 3 weeks. So
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So
that was a lot of fun, actually, and thank you all so much for having us, and thank you to the folks at Power Up with Pride staff for accepting this run.
yeah, thank you guys very much for having us. And I'll actually be back running Celeste All Red Berries tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for that as well. I think I'm scheduled now to run at like around 7 a.m.
Between 6 and 7,
6 and
something
7,
like that.
yeah, something like that.
Because like we're
Subject to
gaining
change,
time and
but-
losing time.
Yeah, but so I'll be back. I'll be back.
Yeah, you'll get more of a TGH here tomorrow, and then I'm not running anything else, but I really hope y'all enjoy the rest of the marathon. And shout outs again to Josh for that awesome 3D Blast shirt, and shout outs to the Yeti for your donation and the shirts in general. Y'all are fantastic. So yeah, thank you all again. And again, my name is Amber Cyprin, joined by TGH.
Yo.
And that has been Sonic 3D Blast, any percent, 2 players, 1 controller.
Yeah.